Jerks. Why would you do that? Oh my goodness. Hey everybody, my phone is doing stupid things again. You guys, I'm packing up to leave. I'm actually going through all my stuff so that way I can just take what I need. Probably a backpack, most likely. Well, this is my view right this current second. I figured you guys would rather see that first. Let's turn you around. Oh, and there's a bee hanging out here. I don't know why. He's being such a pain in the butt. Stop. Get. Alright, I have one. Sit, mister. I'll get you with the Lysol. Get. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm just trying to make him leave. I don't know what he's smelling, but it's not that amazing. Hey, thanks for coming in. It's my current view in Las Vegas. Here's my other side of my current view in Las Vegas. I don't know if you can see that or not. And that's the link. And that's Hard Rock Hotel. And the only reason I'm even showing it is because I'm leaving in a couple of days, so no one would care. There's the Trump building. I know, I got such a lovely view, don't I? And I'm trying to pick out where we are. Let's see, that's just the whole strip. It's the Flamingo, the lake, Harrah's, and I've actually got you on a selfie stick, so it's a little hard to show. But I'm just going to drop this over, hopefully my phone won't fall. Back there, behind those palm trees, is, oh my god, not you again, is a bee. Bellagio. Yeah, lots of strange things happen on the lake. What are you talking about? Like, real strange things? Or people that film things they shouldn't be doing on the lake? Come on, out of here, bee. Get out, bee. I do not know why this bee is freaking buzzing around. I haven't seen a bee all year. Like, all year. And now, all of a sudden, it's not a hot day. I mean, there's people in coats, but yet there's a bee who's irritating me completely and thoroughly. It's probably because it's the only day I've had this year. Oh, yeah, exactly. They shouldn't be doing it and then getting caught doing it. And then Bellagio is back there. Caesar's Palace, you can't really see it, but it's there. I can see it because I know what it looks like, but it's hard to direct. And I actually share, you really can't see it. Let's see. I share a parking lot with a casino called the Silver Sevens, which is quite fun because I can eat whenever I feel like it, but of course I can do that over there at the Hard Rock as well. It's 24 hours out here, which I'm going to miss, but that's okay. This is a building called I don't even know what they're going to call it yet. It's a Siegel company property, which they do weekly, monthly hotels, and they do executive stays as well. Some of their properties are lower end, in which case they just call them Siegel Suites. And then they have the executive suites, which they call the Siegel, of course, is Bugsy Siegel, but I don't believe his family is involved with Siegel Sweets. Oh my God, Bee, go away! And Mandalay Bay, no, actually, oh, get away, Bee. Hold on a second. I'm having issues with the Bee. Mandalay Bay is actually extremely close to here, but because of the situation of the buildings, like, you can look straight through Hard Rock. Like, if I went on the opposite side of Hard Rock, you could see Mandalay Bay from there. So it's just because of I'm so close to being on the strip that the buildings are too tall. You can't see over them. Like, over there is the Flamingo. Let me see. It's just like right here is the Flamingo, and just on the opposite side of that, you can barely see the tip of Caesar's Palace. And then, like, Harrah's is right there, like right in here where the link is. And I like the Flamingo, though. I usually always spend time at the Flamingo or at the El Cortez downtown. Yes, I could walk to everything. I can, but keep in mind that this strip is very long. I believe it's like 7 to 10 miles long. I'm not downtown. I am currently in what's called Central Las Vegas. So, if you were to walk down this street this way, it takes you to Planet Hollywood. If you've ever been here, it takes you to Planet Hollywood and all that section. If I were to go to this street over here, it takes me to the Flamingo. And, of course, all the link and everything else like that. But the Flamingo is actually on the corner. Cromwell. There's other stuff just right on the corner. Oh, and Bally's. Bally's, you can kind of see. It's right... See where my finger is. Right there, you can see the glass of the Bally's. But Platinum, which is it's not a timeshare, it's a condo. Yeah, exactly. I'm just, if you know where Harmon, the street is, I'm actually at UNLV. So it's only a few blocks. It's like a 15-minute walk. So that's like maybe a mile, maybe a little bit more. But this is the main road where the airport is. So, and it's the main road where all the police drive down, which I didn't know. Until I moved here. So, whenever there's something horrible going on, yeah, this whole street is flooded with police department and everything else. Oh, come on, B. Celine Dion is actually placed down the street at a place. It's called, they call it the Park now, but it's not the Park. It's actually the Monte Carlo. When people watch movies, it's the Monte Carlo. They just sold it, and they're turning it into the Park. So, yeah, it's pretty sad. Like, they already took the signs down. They've definitely improved it. It's right next door to New York, New York. So it's prettier, of course, because they're giving it a facelift. But, I mean, it's the same building on the inside. I guess anything can happen when you put a little bit of paint, but I don't know. It made me so sad that they were closing the Monte Carlo, because they've been tearing down all of, Vegas. So, yeah, they're turning it into the Park, the renovation. It's already started. They closed down, if you're familiar with the Diablo restaurant. I don't remember if it was called El Diablo or Diablo restaurant. They actually shut that down. Because I closed that card. Stop it. They closed it down. Like, they gave them a week or two's notice, and shut them all down. So all those stores that were right there, like the ice cream and Sin City Bar and all kinds of other stuff, all right there, was shut down immediately, and they're adding it to the park venue. I know, it was really scary. I was like, how could you do that? That place makes like $1 million a year, and you just closed it down. They're taking a lot of the Satan imagery off of the Strip, which is a huge thing out here. And they're kind of, I don't know, making it different. I mean, it's nice, but I mean, you got the label Sin City, you know, you might as well go with the theme, but whatever. And again, Trump Tower. I think that's where you thought was Mandalay Bay. Let me get you closer. Hold on a second. I just clicked the chat up on accident. There we go. That right there, you might have been thinking it was the Mandalay Bay. But that's actually Trump Tower. Sorry, I'm shaking. I'm hanging over the balcony. I'm on the higher floor so I can get a better view. And then over there is the Wynn buildings, which I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, that's the Wynn building. And that building back there is the Palazzo, I believe, or the Venetian. And then just a little more to the left through the palm trees, which I'm sure you guys can barely see, is either the Palazzo or the Venetian, because they're next door to each other. I'm not sure where the properties begin and end. And again, Harrah's, right through the link. Flamingo. All kinds of fun stuff. Yes, the buffets are amazing. However, the day of the dollar buffet is gone. Anytime I go out to eat, I expect to spend at least $120 a meal. It really depends on where you go. There are a few places that do reviews on Las Vegas. They are going to change the name of the Wynn properties. And on top of that, right across the street, on the opposite side of Las Vegas Boulevard, they are going to open a new Wynn property. He's going to be building another Wynn property. His golf course is going to be incorporated more into his properties. He already has it there, but I think it's going to be like a thing where he's going to theme stuff around. And do you live here in Vegas, or do you just like to visit a lot? Okay, I wasn't sure. There are 4 new casinos that are going to go up. Our latest one, you live close? Okay. The latest one, the Lucky Dragon, I'm sure you've heard of. If you've been here this past year, it hasn't completely gone under, but it opened maybe a year and a half ago now. It was beautiful. It was spectacular. And they did a Hong Kong themed restaurants, you know, the way that they eat in Hong Kong. The whole 9 yards. Spectacular. My favorite place. Already closed the casino floor. They've kept their hotel open. But, yep, it is on Sahara. And the properties on Sahara have the hardest time. Desert Inn to Sahara. Are you? The SLS area, which is Sahara, they have a real hard time getting customers because it is in the middle of the Strip and a lot of people won't walk that far. It's a beautiful walk. It really looks like it's further than it is. It's only a few more blocks from the Venetian to these other properties, and but because the road curves, it gives it a weird appearance and it makes it look further than it is. But that whole area is going under new renovation, and a lot of the casinos that were under construction are currently, they're putting them back into construction because the Raiders are going to be here soon, and they believe now that it's worth the investment, because there's not enough rooms, to be quite honest. As big as the city we are, there are not enough rooms for the amount of people that they are expecting. Also, there are not enough apartments or properties for the amount of people they're expecting to move here because of all this new business. You can find a job no matter what. It doesn't matter as long as you're willing to work. You can do anything out here. Like, I do housekeeping just because I don't want to say it's mindless, but it's repetitive and it's easy and it's fast and you're in and out, and they pay per piece, which is per room. So you can average between $80 to $180 per day working, depending on how many rooms they have. Plus, it depends on how quick you work. And unfortunately, I picked the place that I was working. I picked it because it was a timeshare, and some of the rooms were worth $11. Okay, I did not know that they paid that low, but it's with kitchens, and I mean, the kitchens kill you. It doesn't matter what anyone says. If you've got to do a whole entire $11 room with every dish dirty, which normally happens, it takes you an hour and a half to 2 hours. So that average is really bad. Now, there are rooms there that are also worth $75, but those are very few, because those are the presidential suites and stuff, and people don't really buy the presidential suites at the timeshares. They pretty much sit open. I think I've done one presidential suite, and the whole time I worked there, and it was an experience. It was 3 times the size of a regular room, which took me forever for like $50. Oh, I know, and you have to do them by hand basically because the washing machines have these weird timers on them. They're all electronic, which never buy an electronic dishwasher. Just never do it. They you have to press them, and it takes a delay start, so you wait to get them started, and then sometimes it doesn't turn on because you accidentally press pause or whatever the problem is with those machines. They are horrible. So it's faster. Everyone will tell you it is so much faster. Just do them by hand, really super fast, and then dry them. So, and they've all got to be dried and everything by the time you're done. So they can't have any spots. They can't. I mean, yeah. At home, like, you throw them in the dishwasher or whatever, and if there's spots, you rinse them later. Yeah, my husband too. Well, my soon-to-be ex-husband, I should say. But yeah, it's an experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat because I was a nursing assistant. Basically, that's what I did anyway. But it was minus all the adult care. It made it easier, but it was definitely a hard job. I'm looking forward to getting my butt back to trees and rain because this is for the dogs. It is hot out here. It's not even for the dogs. I mean, even the dogs hate it out here. Oh, puppies. Oh, puppies. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The dogs want to come out. But crazy. And I don't know. When you're in Vegas, don't ever come to this neighborhood. It's been pretty rough this past month. I mean, one murder after another. I talked about an experience I had recently. Sorry. These people, right over at the corner, of course. I'm actually going to move close to Seattle. Winter is probably less busy. It's also a lot cheaper, but if you come in the summer during if you look up on Vegas Experience, I think it's .com, where they talk about Fremont Street, and you look at the calendar, on the weekends they have free shows, which, I mean, they have free shows anyway, but, like, people, like Tonic and Bonnie Raitt and people hire quality people play here for free on Fremont Street. And they basically lock down the area. You can drink on the Strip. I mean, you could always drink on the Strip, but these are just special nights. The concerts run about 2 hours, and it's pretty nice to have that downtown. Sorry, I'm gonna push that out a little bit because my arm is getting tired of holding this stupid selfie stick. I mean, it's an amazing place to live, but it's also a harsh place to live. Like I said, there's just been one murder after the other this past month, and they think it's the homeless is fighting with some group. We're not sure what is going on, but it's just rough to see. Like, if you walk and there's dead people in your path, or there's people bleeding out in front of you, or whatever, it's just rough to see it. And it's even worse to see people stare at them while they're bleeding to death and just walk by without even calling 911. I think that's my hardest part. It's one thing to help someone when they're needing help, but it's quite another for people to just walk by and look at you like, you're gonna die, and just walk away, not even care. So yeah, that's pretty much my last straw. Yeah, December and January is definitely a good time to come around, but keep in mind it is extremely cold. It may be the desert, but the desert freezes and the desert snows. Even Palm Springs and those areas in California get very cold. Not as cold as we do here because we're higher elevation. I think we're 2,000 something elevation. Our snows currently, right this second, behind the link out there, have snow on them because it just snowed yesterday. We do get some snow, but not a lot. Some years we get a lot of snow. So just keep all those factors in mind. You might have to bring a jacket if you're trying to escape the snow or escape the cold. Coming out here during December is really horrible. If you can see right now, it's actually very cloudy outside. Oops. No, I can't see. Because I touched the chat. There it is. And it's cold. People are wearing jackets. If you can see that lady right there. She's walking by in a jacket. I'm not in a jacket because I'm used to Seattle weather. So it's not as cold for me as a lot of people. But, you know. But yeah, see, it's starting to get super busy right here. Is there anything else anybody wants to know? I noticed there's only one of you here. I don't know if that's on my side or not. Oh, here we are. Yes, that's Mount Charleston right there, I think. And Blue Diamond is that way, where the camera's pointing. Not too far. Not too far at all. It's been cold. It even snowed out by Nellis. Oh, thanks. Basically, all I'm doing is sitting here and packing. So, me personally, I walk everywhere. You have to drive to the stores, the grocery stores, but other than that, I just walk. Everything's so close. There's a good time, just like I was saying earlier, if you look right here, just right there, I share a parking lot with a casino called the Silver Sevens, and their food's open 24/7, and their food is actually quite cheap and extremely good. There's also Ellis Island Casino and Tuscany that have reasonable prices. Same prices as Denny's. Let's see, the Deuce's Wild restaurant right now has a hamburger, mind you. I don't eat hamburgers, but I think it was $7 for all you can eat hamburger French fries or bottomless fries or something like that. And then their breakfast is $4. A lot of the casinos do have really cheap breakfasts. Exactly. Ellis Island food is amazing and it's super inexpensive. All of the really amazing cheap places out on Fremont are currently no longer in existence. They actually, if you've been here before, you've been to the Las Vegas Club and the oh my gosh, La Bayou and Mermaids. They've torn those down. They closed them and tore down to make way for new stuff. I'm not quite sure what the new stuff is going to be. Yeah, I know. It was crazy to see them tear down the Las Vegas Club. Like, old Vegas is gone. They tore down Riviera last year. They imploded it. I watched that. Almost died watching it because I was just, like, freaked out about it. They imploded Sahara. The Sahara. They imploded all the most amazing places that, like, Elvis Presley and all them used to play. That stuff's almost all gone. Like, seriously. It's very sad. But they're making way for new, and nothing you can do about it, right? Who cares about historical value, I'm sure? To me, that's horrible. I would have saved it for historical value because there was nothing wrong with the buildings. I just tore it down because it looked old. Ridiculousness. Yes, the Oreos and the Twinkies, that was Mermaids. It has been imploded. I mean, they weren't able to implode it completely, but they tore it physically down. It no longer exists. The La Bayou, too. The one across the way from there, the one that did the coins, one of the last coin places in Vegas. I think there's still one left, but it's on a Boulder Highway, which is, it's Fremont, but Fremont turns into Boulder, and there's more casinos on Boulder. Yeah, I know. It was the saddest thing ever. People were freaking out about all these changes. It's so bad that people that have been here for 20 years are leaving within the next 2 months. I'm also leaving. I'm going, like I said, to Pacific Northwest. And, yeah, Vegas is a different Vegas now. Completely different. Sorry, dumb selfie stick. I just don't know how to work it, that's all. And every time I started it for long ways, but of course, I don't know what happened, and the YouTube says, it's oriented to this way. You cannot change it when you're live streaming. So they oriented my phone up and down instead of sideways, which is why I'm holding it. I was actually organizing my life right here. I'm going through all of my things. I have 3 days to get through all this and a storage unit to compact my life into a small suitcase that I can roll with me and a backpack in case I need to hitchhike to Pacific Northwest, to the Seattle area. So, yeah. Just my stuff, of course. Stuff stays. Yes. Yes, it is one of those things. I'm not 20 minutes from the Strip. Like I said, I'm really close. I'm in Paradise. So you know where Hard Rock is, right? I'm right there. So I'm between SLU. Oh my gosh, I'm already thinking of Seattle. UNLV and Hard Rock. If I were you, I would come down during a weekend just to drive up and down Vegas Boulevard, just so that you can see. Oh my gosh, you cannot park in the Llama Lot anymore either. That's been, like, you cannot. They took it away. Oh wow. Hey Kimberly. Yeah, everything is paid parking. SLS is not paid. It's not charging, and depending on what level of card you have, you can park at certain, like I have a platinum from MGM, girl. card for, I'm sorry, I have a platinum card from MGM. So, not a platinum credit card, of course. It is a card that they handed to me. Oh yeah, it is really rough, isn't it? Vegas Boulevard. But if you don't drive on it, you're not going to see the changes. Go on during the morning. It's less busy, and people are starting out their day, so they're less jerks. But it's definitely worth down by Sahara to go take a peek, because they're building. Just right here, this Seagull Suite, also, it was on the back burner and has been empty for quite some time, and now they have put up all new lights. They are getting the parking lot ready. I've seen construction in here every day this week, and they've hired a security, which was not there last year. So yeah, it's excuse me. Oh, and the Fontainebleau. Did you hear about that one? They're changing it to the Drew. And the other day when they started construction, there you go. They started construction on it, and somebody set stuff on fire while they were doing it. So I'm not sure what's going on, because they're supposed to start construction and have that up by next year, or finish construction. I shouldn't say start construction, because it's been an eyesore. I mean, come on. And they were supposed to finish it by next year. So I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, definitely go on the drive. Your eyes are going to be so opened. It's crazy. Just to see the changes. It's just like, I can't even handle not seeing the Riviera sign. It's like, that's Vegas, you know? That's like, that tells you you're in the center, and it's gone. They just removed it. Nothing is there at all. Same thing with Las Vegas Club. It's just a big gaping hole from the stage over at Mermaids all the way down to the plaza. It's an empty space, and it's weird, and you can see the California from there and Main Street, and it's just really weird. What else are they doing? Oh my gosh, they've opened 3 new, yeah, exactly, the Stardust too, yeah, perfectly amazing specimens. They were beautiful buildings, and they were Las Vegas. I mean, they still are Las Vegas in all of our hearts, but they have the Stardust Girls. Yeah, I'm moving to about by Seattle. They still have the girls, I don't know what they call them, over at Planet Hollywood now. The ones that worked at the Stardust. I think it was the Stardust. Or the Riviera Girls. I'm not sure. They've been everywhere. I know they've been at Stardust. I know they've been at Riviera. But, yeah, their famous butt prints, you know which ones I'm talking about, in brass, are all over at Planet Hollywood now. And their show is actually at Planet Hollywood. So, yeah. Oh, and Hooters just opened a new restaurant. This huge restaurant. Let's see what else is going on here lately. I think they opened a new place here at Hard Rock too. I think I just saw an advertisement on that. I know, look at that advertisement. The Pink Taco. I'm sorry, but who wants to eat at a restaurant called the Pink Taco? I don't want to eat at a restaurant. I know it must be good, but still, I don't want to eat something that says Pink Taco. That just brings really horrible ideas of how they cook their food. I know, right? It just sounds gross. It's like, are you people naked back there cooking food or what? But no, it's a thing. Everybody names their stuff disgusting. Oh, and Hell's Kitchen is open in Caesar's. I think it's Caesar's Palace. I think they replaced his old restaurant Oh, I know. I like Cirque too. I know exactly it's That is very true. I mean, they've been having a lot of the really good restaurants on that Dirty Dining lately. I just don't even want to eat out anymore. I mean, it's frightening, some of the stuff that's going on. But yeah, I think I can't remember what's his name, Ramsey. His old restaurant that was in Caesar's Palace across from the where they do the shows. I think that is changed to Hell's Kitchen. Either that or now he's got 2 restaurants there, which, you know, once again, it is Vegas. Nothing makes sense. Especially since he has a restaurant on almost every single corner here. All different, but yet the same. Oh, and they opened Cantor's, which is a delicatessen that also is in Los Angeles. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. But they opened it up over on where the promenade is, over at the Link. It does. How, what? I'm sorry. Hold on. There it is. How they tested. Yes! Yes, that's a regular chef for you, though. He won't use gloves, but you also got to remember he's probably a germaphobe, so he probably washes his hands 1,000 times a day. I used to watch his show, and it's called The F Word. I don't know if you've heard of it or not. It's a British show, and there was also another one before that when he was just an up-and-coming guy. Like, I used to watch it in like 2000 and I want to say 6 or 7, and it had his family in it, and the fact that he had his own garden, his own, he raised his own chickens and pigs and everything. Oh, it is so good. Like, the F Word is funny, but the other show that, like, when it was first, it only had like 1 Michelin star or something way back when. Those shows are amazing. Like, I didn't even know he was this crazy person until Hell's Kitchen came out. I mean, okay, yeah, he had a foul mouth, but every Brit has a foul mouth. I mean, they just do. And he was, me and my son and my husband's jaw dropped the first time we saw it. We were like, oh my goodness, that man's potty mouth has like intensified. It's too much. But then again, you know, he used to be with his kids all the time on the show, so it could have just been that he was like not saying the naughty words in front of his children. Although, you know, he said them in his own house. Yeah. So I loved that show. His kids were so cute. They're probably all adults now, though. Jeez, what a long time ago that was. Oh well, I'm gonna let everyone see my babies because my babies are being pains. Come here, babies. I had set them up to be out here with me, but a bee kept trying to kill us. So I have a peep hat at her. Please don't be mortified. And like I'm actually going through my storage. I was showing Kitty earlier. This are my twins. Come here. Up. Good girl. This is Trixie. Can you say hi, Trixie? And this is Lita. Can you say hi? Oh my gosh, let me, I think that's better. But now I can't see. Babies. Up. Good girl. This is Trixie and her twin Lita. And everybody's like, they're twins? Yes, they are twins. They're born on the very same day. From the same mother. They are litter mates. I call them twins anyway. I know they came out at separate times. At least I think they did. I don't know if they came out together. They're adorable. You guys being naughty? Don't be naughty. Lita, say hi. Lita, come get mommy. Lita, come get me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Lita. She's so adorable. She tries to attack me. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. It's such a small little spot right now, though, because I'm like, I boxed myself in. Physically. This is my storage in my yard. Not my yard, I'm sorry. On my porch. Patio porch. Come here, big girls. Can you say hi? I wish I had a fish islands. Come here, babies. Come. Say hi. Look at my feet. Yay. Trixie, say hi. It's Trixie and Luna. I love them. They're so cute. Baby babies. What are you doing, you little girl? Yep, these are my pups. They are actually allergic to animal protein, so they have to actually be on a vegetarian diet, which I thought was the weirdest thing in the whole entire world, but, you know. What you guys doing? Let me close that so you don't get into it. I tried to litter train them. Yeah, that didn't work out. Yes. See, Kimberly, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm going to take them with me. I've got a bag for them specifically so that when I take them, if I am hitchhiking, I'm going to be able to keep them safe and not in any danger whatsoever. And I know it's weird to have pee pad on the freaking porch, but you know what? They're the weirdest creatures I've ever met in my life. When we were traveling to California, on the 95, okay, down 95. Okay, you know there's nothing but dirt, right? Okay, these dogs would not even pee on the dirt. I had to put out the pee pad so they could pee. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on with them, but, you know, they just don't know how to be dogs or something. I'm not sure. They weren't with their mother either, so they never peed outside. And I know, I'm thinking I may have accidentally influenced them in a way that, not in a bad way, but they just don't have that instinct, maybe. I'm not sure. Hi, Jack. What's up? So they don't like to go into the grass. They get weird. They like hold their paws up when you try to set their feet down. They like hold their feet up so that you don't put them down, which weird. They aren't trained to be dogs. I know. Their mom wasn't involved in their lives, so I think it kind of marred them for being dogs. But you know, they didn't get to breastfeed hardly. I think they're like 2 to 3 weeks old when I got them. So yeah, they didn't have any real dog experiences, and well, I didn't realize I was supposed to give them dog experiences because nature versus nurture. You learn it in college, you know, and yeah, so they're not trained to be dogs. My one dog thinks she's a cat most of the time when I'm studying. If I'm sitting in a position where she can jump up on my shoulders, she jumps up on my shoulders and wraps herself around my neck. And yeah, that's weird too. But hey, I guess we're all weird. You know, when I started this project, my porch was empty. And now it's like filled with garbage. Oh my god. It's not real garbage, but you know, I'm going through all my old stuff. And the Lysol was so that the bee would stop coming here. I put it on the walls so that she would not want to hang out. But yeah. Anyways, I was showing on Chuck for you. I didn't see. Oh, he's talking really thing. This is my view of Las Vegas, Chuck. Can you imagine? Kitty's got almost the same view, I think. I mean, if I could make it so that you can't see the cars. Hold on. It makes it a prettier view. I can't get the chat to go away, so I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Just pretend there's no traffic. So pretty, huh? At night, it's very nice, but during the day, it's kind of sick. And that used to be the sun. very overcast today. And this is my favorite trees that I take pictures of, especially during the sunsets when it's bright red out here. It looks like the palm trees are on fire. So I have a lot of stuff on my Instagram that those particular trees are the most fascinating, I think. Although I don't know why there's many other ones there. Sometimes I take that one too, but I don't know. I like taking pictures. Trump building, Chuck. You see it? I know. It has been super cloudy, hasn't it? I was thinking that the other day too. I was like, man, it's too cold. Too cold. When we were driving the other day, the last real day that they said it wasn't going to rain, but of course it rained. We were over at the Sunset Mall. I'm not sure what that's called. Over in Enterprise. I had gone to the library in Enterprise, and we were driving back and, went into the little mall to walk around for a little while. It was, thank you, Chuck. It was hailing. I was like, what the hell? Little snow pebbles are falling from the sky. So, definitely been very cold. They keep promising us warm weather, and it just seems like every couple days it's cold. But what's wrong, baby? Nita, get out of there. Good girl. You're not good off your sister, aren't you, big girl? No, Trixie, just because you made her get out of there does not mean you can go in there. Still being naughty. But anyways, guys, where are you in town? Are you going the opposite direction, or are you, let's make this up, are you closer to the Sunset Casino, or are you closer to Red Rock Casino? I guess we can put it that way. That way we're not really giving away where you are. Oh, okay. I was like, well, how are you missing the weather? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can see why you kind of avoid over here. Although I think out there the traffic has gotten equally as bad lately. I've been there, my bank is there, and I go, well, I used to go twice a week, not twice a week, twice a month, but now that's not happening anymore. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Every time I say I go, it's like, no, I don't go anymore. Yeah, it's out there too, and the traffic has been unruly. It's hard to switch lanes out there lately. So then you can tell I'm in the city of paradise, which is still Las Vegas. Obviously, the Vegas Strip is right there. All of it, the whole entire thing. I'll even come back on live later so you guys can see it with the lights on, because it is cute. It's pretty. It's bright. It's amazing. But yeah, I need a new view, and I miss downtown. It is. Oh my God. It's the most evil place ever. What do they call it? Like the spaghetti bowl or something. I've never been on that part. We got on that one time. I was trying to go from Charleston to some mall out there. And I was trying to go north. So we got on the freeway. Yeah, Spaghetti Junction. got on the freeway, and I think it was like Summerlin. We're supposed to like take Summerlin something, and I wasn't going to Summerlin. At least I don't think I was, but it was supposed to go north, and we ended up somewhere else. And I was like, what the hell? We couldn't figure out how to maneuver that part of the freeway. And we've never been back on the 15. Now when we go to California, we go on the 95. The 95, 93, all the way to the 10. Like, I'm not going on the 15 because it's just not happening. When we travel like to the Pacific Northwest, to all those Idaho area, Oregon, all that, we go up the 95 and up all the way to the top of the state and then go left. I haven't even tried the Reno road yet, the Pahrump road, because I don't know how to get there without going on the 15. Yeah, so anything to avoid that part of the city. I think I go to extremes, but I just don't want to go on a road where I'm going to get lost. Oh my goodness, my battery is dying. Hold on a second. I cheated. Yeah. That outlet is weird. I don't know. Sometimes I like outlets, but at the same time, if my phone does die, I did plug it in, but I plugged it into my Christmas lights because I didn't have an extension cord, so I'm not sure if that's really going to work. But, yeah. I haven't done the outlets yet because I don't really find them any cheaper. I know that sounds weird, but $2 is not a big savings for me. And I've noticed that on a lot of, like if you go to Nordstrom's Rack for makeup, Lita Holton, you get out of there right now. You guys are naughty. Get away from there. I noticed if you go to Nordstrom Rack for makeup, like Urban Decay and stuff, it's really not that much cheaper. And sometimes when you buy the makeup there, it's molded. So, what is the point? You know, I'm just wasting money is wasting money. Oh God, thanks. Yeah, so, you know, that same thing with the outlet. You go to the outlet and it's like, what? I know. I went to go get the Urban Decay lipstick, the one that's the palette that you just like use a brush on, and it's 5 or 6 colors in one little cardboard box, I guess you could call them. And there was mold bubbling up from inside the lipstick. And I was like, I don't want that, thank you. I always make them open it because I've had problems already. But apparently I looked it up, and the stuff at Nordstrom Rack and some of the other discount stores are sold to them because of package. They change the packaging, or it's almost out of date. If you actually look up the codes, a lot of that stuff has been out of date for a year, and they're still selling it because people don't realize you could look that stuff up and see it for yourself, see like when it was made and expiration dates and everything else. So I think it's horrible. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's okay, I'll just spend the extra $5 at Sephora. I'd rather do it that way. I was even thinking about doing Glambot. I don't know if you've ever heard of Glambot, but it is a place where you can get makeup that has been gently used, because a lot of YouTubers swatch and then they sell. So, yeah, they're like maybe $3 difference, and they just did a new review or testing on the makeup that comes from some of those places like Glambot, and there is heavy bacteria, including like testers. Some people will get the testers and sell them to Glambot, and those testers have already got a lot of bacteria on them, so yeah. I know. Sometimes I don't know. If my friend swears this all she did was put a little bit of that on her hand to swatch it, I will be like, okay, I'll try it. But other than that, yeah. I don't reuse eyeliner. Same game. You know, they taught us well when we were younger. These poor young kids don't realize it. It's like, don't buy that makeup. Just don't. It's not good. My son, I know, everybody loves to hear this, but my kids wear makeup. They were raised in a rock and roll household. And so it's normal for them. A lot of my friends are in music bands and they're glam rockers. I don't know if everybody remembers glam rockers, but yeah, so my kids wear makeup and I had to teach them not to buy used makeup or not to use their friends' eyeliner. It's like, it may seem cool, it may seem easy, but you're gonna lose an eye. So yeah, rules to live by. Anyways, I'm going to come back on later. I've got so much to do and all I have to do is talk. Thanks for hanging out. And as soon as the sun goes down, gently use food. I know, dumpster dive food. It's only expired one day, right? Yeah. So you're welcome. Thanks for coming in. I'll be back later. If the porch is not on, I don't know if they're actually going to be on or not. I don't want to go on live at the same time as them. They always say, oh, go live. It doesn't bother me. You're right. It doesn't bother them, but we all share the same community, so it's a little hard. So I'll either go on before or after if they go on at 6. And so thanks for coming in, you guys. Bye, Chuck. Bye, Katie. Bye, everybody else that's here. Enjoy your night. And when the lights come up, I will be back on. Bye, guys.